And we'll dive into the details for today. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has promised that the state government will support Wigwe University in immortalizing the late Herbert Wigwe. Governor Fubara, speaking after a funeral service of Herbert Wigwe in Rivers State on Saturday, March 9, 2024, said the late Chief Executive Officer of Access Holdings established Wigwe University in his hometown of Isiokpo in Rivers State before his unfortunate death in a helicopter crash in California in February. After Wigwe's funeral church service in Isiokpo on Saturday, Governor Fubara said that the state government will support the university in keeping Wigwe's dreams alive. Speaking further, Fubara said Wigwe's death has prompted him to question his fellow political class on why they are struggling for power more than making impacts on the lives of the people. In his address, Nigerian Senate President Senator Godswill Akpabio, who represented the federal government at the event, said Nigerians, the political class, and indeed African leaders will continue to mourn the passing of an iconic personality as Herbert Wigwe. In his sermon, Vice Chairman of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria in Rivers State, Pastor Adesoji Oni, said God, by the death of Herbert Wigwe, reminded everyone to be prepared for eternity because it will come when they least expected it. Dignitaries present at the funeral service include governors and former governors, federal lawmakers and captains of industry, amongst others. Some of them include the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, Kayode Fayemi, Peter Obi, Rotimi Amechi, Bukola Saraki, Aliko Dangote, Sanusi Lamido, Alex Oti, Dapo Abiodun, and Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Also present are Senate President Godswill Akpabio, James Ibori, CEO of GTCO Holdings, and Shegun Agbaje, amongst other dignitaries. Wigwe, his wife Chizoba, and his son Chizi, and former group chairman of Nigerian Exchange Group PLC, Abimbola Ogumbanjo, were all in the Airbus helicopter EC-130B4, which crashed near Halloran Springs, California on February 9, 2024. Now there's more news. But don't forget, you can connect with us and watch us on our ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic TV Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, on X, formerly Twitter, Atlantic TV Net, and watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. On to other stories. No fewer than 5 people lost their lives on Saturday in a road accident that occurred at Akinfosile along the Ore-Lagos Expressway in Ondo State. Police Public Relations Officer Fumilayo Odunlami Omisoyan, who confirmed the incident, said that the crash involved a Toyota Hiace bus. She said the vehicle, which was on its way to Lagos from Akure, somersaulted and entered into the bush. The police have moved injured victims to Grace of God Hospital, which is the nearest hospital, while the dead have been moved to the mortuary of the same hospital, she said. Mrs. Odunlami Omisoyan stated that the investigations was ongoing to unravel the cause of the accident, while efforts was on to contact the families of the passengers involved in the accident. Meanwhile, members of the public are advised to reach out to their relatives who left for Lagos from Akure this morning to check on them to ascertain their status, and those in doubt of the whereabouts of their families should reach out to the police at Igbotako Division, she added. Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State has enjoined Muslims, especially the rich ones, to remember the needy in their respective neighborhoods, especially during the month of Ramadan. The governor made this declaration on Sunday via a statement issued to felicitate with Muslims on the beginning of the month of Ramadan. Correspondent reports that the crescent of the month of Ramadan, the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, has been sighted in Saudi Arabia, which signified the beginning of Ramadan fast. Makinde, in a statement signed by his chief press secretary, Suleiman Olarinwaju, described the holy month as a blessed month in which Allah rewards the worship of the Muslim Ummah. He charged Muslims to increase their prayers for country and for the state. Makinde, while speaking further, urged Muslims, especially the rich ones, to remember the needy in their various neighborhoods. The governor also charged Muslims around the world to demonstrate the lessons of love, kindness, and good neighborliness as taught by the Prophet Muhammad. I felicitate with my Muslim brothers and sisters on the occasion of the commencement of the month of Ramadan 1445. This is another opportunity offered to us by Allah to serve Him and seek His face, and I will encourage all and sundry to make good use of the opportunities as always. We do know that our country is in a bit of economic hardship, but while we continue to look up to the leaders to do the needful, we must also support our hopes with prayers to God. I also want to charge my Muslim brothers and sisters, especially those who have in abundance, to remember their neighbors and show kindness. It is my prayer that Allah will reward your acts of worship and accept it as ibadah. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun has said the Anchor Borrower Scheme has nurtured over 40,000 agripreneurs. Prince Abiodun, who spoke in Abeokuta at the weekend during the 37th Lisabi Day celebration, reiterated his administration's dedication to supporting young farmers and investors in land clearing, preparation, and mechanization for agriculture. Represented by his deputy, Mrs. Noimot Salako Oyedele, the governor said that the theme of the celebration is encouraging youth entrepreneurship in agribusiness, panacea for solving youth unemployment in Egba land, aligned with his commitment to empower youths for agricultural growth. He called for intensified efforts in agriculture and allied businesses, focusing on youth development, even as he highlighted the pivotal role of agriculture in the state's economic roadmap, contributing to food security, job creation, and industrialization. Abiodun said Ogun State remains a major global producer of cassava, with strengths in cassava production, poultry farming, fish production, and animal husbandry. The Lagos State Building Control Agency has finalized plans to synergize operations with the private sector and the building industry for better service delivery. The synergy, which is to be called Accredited Certifiers Program, is aimed at strengthening the capacity of government officials in monitoring and enforcement of building regulations. Disclosing this, the special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Electronic Geographical Information Systems and Urban Development, Dr. Olajide Babatunde, said the recommendations of the accredited certified programs emanated from the government's white paper on the report of the Lagos State Tribunal on the building collapse on 44 Gerard Road, Ikoyi.